Over the past week, the Justice Department has taken several actions to disrupt criminal activity by individuals working on behalf of the government of the People's Republic of China. As always, the defendants in these cases are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Earlier today, in the Eastern District of New York, a complaint was unsealed charging two PRC intelligence officers with attempting to obstruct, influence, and impede a criminal prosecution of a PRC-based telecommunications company. The complaint alleges that in 2019, the defendants directed an employee at a U.S. government law enforcement agency to steal confidential information about the United States criminal prosecution of the company. The defendants believed that they had recruited the U.S. employee as an asset, but in fact, the individual they recruited was actually a double agent working on behalf of the FBI. This was an egregious attempt by PRC intelligence officers to shield a PRC-based company from accountability and to undermine the integrity of our judicial system.
Two Chinese nationals have been charged with paying thousands of dollars in cash and jewellery to obstruct a federal investigation into a major telecommunications company. According to prosecutors, the two men attempted to recruit a U.S. law enforcement official as an intelligence asset to help interfere with the probe. The official, however, was working as a double agent for the FBI. 11 other Chinese citizens were also charged in two other spying cases. According to charging documents, the two men identified as Gao Chunhe and Zheng Wang attempted to cultivate a relationship with a U.S. law enforcement official and sought details of the investigation, including witnesses, evidence, and potential criminal charges. They also asked the official to secretly record trial strategy meetings. While the company was not named in the documents or by Attorney General Merrick Garland at a news conference on Monday, U.S. media has reported it to be China-headquartered tech giant Huawei, citing sources familiar with the investigation. U.S. officials declined to identify the company. This was an egregious attempt by PRC People's Republic of China intelligence officers to shield a PRC-based company from accountability and to undermine the integrity of our judicial system, Mr. Garland said. The two alleged spies paid the official tens of thousands of dollars in cash and jewelry, including $41,000 in Bitcoin, for a photograph of a single page marked classified that purported to discuss a plan to charge and arrest company officials. Additional payments were made as recently as last week. Unknown to the alleged spies, the U.S. official was working on behalf of the FBI and passed along fake documents, Mr. Garland told reporters. Americans in the crosshairs of China's spy game. In a separate case in New Jersey, 4 people including 3 alleged intelligence operatives were charged with using a fake think tank to recruit current and former U.S. officials. According to Mr. Garland, the suspects hoped to procure technology and have it shipped to China, as well as interfere with U.S. protests that could be embarrassing. Additionally, 7 Chinese nationals were charged with attempting to force a naturalized U.S. citizen to return to China, part of what U.S. officials described as part of a transnational effort to recover fugitives and silence dissidents and perceived opponents of the Chinese government. 2 of those suspects are in custody. According to Mr. Garland, the Chinese government forced the victim's nephew to travel from China to convey threats, told him that coming back and turning herself in is the only way out, and sent agents to the home of the victim's son. They made clear that their harassment would not stop until the victim returned to China, Mr. Garland said. Prosecutors had filed similar charges against alleged Chinese spies last year, accusing them of attempting to exert influence over U.S. citizens and residents. In late 2021 and early 2022, for example, U.S. officials believe an affiliate of China's Ministry of State Security (MSS) hired a U.S.-based private investigator to uncover unflattering information about a U.S. congressional candidate who had participated in pro-democracy demonstrations in Hong Kong in 2015, as well as at least one state-level legislator who they believed may run for re-election.